Hello guys, hope you're all doing alright. Right, yeah, so we're on part 40. That is disgusting, given how much we've still got left to do. But we'll get there eventually. Today's stream is going to be focused around working on the shoes, getting the base model into a good place, start doing some texturing, and then we'd sculpt on top of that. There's some stuff I kind of want to spend some time figuring out. I'm still not happy with this area, it feels very empty. I'm wondering if I want to commit, like which version of the Mona design I want to commit to. Like, do I want to go back and get this? Or do I want to take some influence from some of these guys? Like maybe add this little badge thing that the earlier ones had. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I think it could be fun to match one of those instead. But yeah, we're going to spend some time on that, kind of cleaning up the mesh, getting it as clean as we can. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Anyway, I'm going to get started because I've got a lot to do, a lot I want to achieve in the stream. So we're just going to get moving. Right, okay, so first things first. We need to even out some of these loops where we can. So I'm going to duplicate this guy. Duplicate. And we'll hide the backup for now. So I'm going to do something diabolical, which is combine some of these, or merge some of these, and use that as a chance to kind of flatten them out a bit. Just to kind of get that loop a little bit more flat, and do the next one. Okay, and we can edit edge flow from there. Okay. And then, now I've got that. Oh, don't need to do that. Now I've got that. We can slip this. Fix up the fun edge that creates. Which is always messy on this one for some reason. Might average verts and inflate. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm gonna to verts and average verts. That straightens it all out, and then inflate that back out until it fits. Something like that kind of works. That will mess up our shape, but we can recover the shape from the duplicate, so it's no big deal. In fact, yeah, I did that wrong, didn't I? That's fine. So what I want to know, because it does actually curl up at the back. Okay, so we'll edit edge flow this guy. Okay. I know these edges are really spread out at the moment, but that will be resolved. Okay. I may just, to keep things simple, remove all this shit for now. We can work on straightening out the edges. Stuff like that. Okay, now that we got that, let's see how that all lines up. Much nicer. So now let's bevel this guy to get the two edges back. Something like that kind of works. again. Edit edge flow. Edit edge flow. Then one more time on this guy. So that should be much smoother now. A bit more appealing topo. Not by much, but enough. Most of it's because this front bit curls up. Let's crop that. Okay, there we go. So, we don't need to add the thickness, do we? What is that? We do need to fill this in a bit though. Okay, so the next thing to do is to get these two to fit together. So let's do some ambient occlusion, which will help us see. Yeah, so this bit needs to make contact basically, which isn't hard to do at all. We just need to inflate that out until it touches. Do the same up here too. Jesus, that's a lot more distant than I expected. I guess this bit doesn't have to touch, but no, that bit is kind of strange. Maybe bring this in. Okay, let's okay. Then same on the other side. It actually might be fitting well enough. Yeah, it's fitting well enough. Okay. So we got that working. Laces still aren't particularly tight. This is all floating out a bit, so let's resolve that. Okay. So let's push you in a bit. Do we want some kind of badge here as well? This needs to be more evenly spread. There we go. So, means we cover the shape a little bit. So we've got front number 1 in here. We'll solo these two. Okay, and we're just going to set this as a live object. Okay. And then we're just going to snap this basically. So go to the modeling toolkit, quad draw. theory might have a few issues, but that's fine. We'll have to redo that last change we did. We'll also have to re-unfold the UVs. Because we're spacing these out quite a lot now. Got the old shape back, put a new spacing, delete that. We are lacking polygons in this area, aren't we? Compared to the other mesh. Let's see. Is it worth adding more polys? Might be. Let's try that. Edit edge flow until it's working. It feels better. Now we can match this up a bit more easily. It's not perfect. But that's a damn sight easier to match. So let's just go... Really we should have a loop that follows this, but it's no big deal. Let's just grab this guy. In fact, yeah, we do want to pull him down, don't we? Actually. There we go. Cool, that's feeling a lot better. It's still this guy. I still don't know what I want to do with him. Like, it feels too flat and boring, but it is leather, so it kind of has to be, in a way. Like, part of me wants to do like some kind of seam down the middle, like a literal seam, where it goes from leather to some kind of padding. So if I was to insert it like that, and like the front is leather, the back is some kind of suede thing. If I had to edge flow this guy, soften it out a lot, and then soften him out, stuff like that, you know. Because I already have it split by UVs, right? That's not what I want. UV editor. Yeah, it's already split along that line. Yeah, that could look more interesting. Alright, we'll have some kind of different material for the inside edge of it. Which means I can soften it out a bit, which means I can start playing about with nicer shapes. So let's just edit edge flow these guys. If you're not aware, edit edge flow is basically a super tool. Like, it's so nice. Average revert, do that a bunch of times, inflate. Then edit edge flow on these guys, but deselect the last edge. Edit edge flow. Kind of want to inflate it a little bit. That could look good. Okay, we'll keep that. Still missing something though. I feel like the laces should be chunkier, so let's inflate all the laces. We're gonna have to be very careful with the knot. Let's just do that. But what if we inflate all this slightly? Does that help? Feels like it does. Except for this bit. Ooh. What happened to you? Okay. Feels a bit too thin now, doesn't it? Feels better. Okay, and then the end is a little bit too soft. So let's slide this edge down. I'm not going to add more polygons. It's already got enough. Slide that down to be nice and tight. Then, where's my script editor? Where is my script editor? I can open it here, but I normally have it open. Python. File, open script. Desktop. Distribute verts. This is a level that of like nitpicking that no one will ever notice, and this is the reason my streams end up, like stream series I should say, go on for so damn long. But I do these to kind of push myself, like these streams I mean. So I'm okay with doing this, as much as it does feel like a waste of time. Do I have the same number of edges between these two? I don't think I do. Okay, there we go. Much better. Still not a tight lace, but that's fine. Okay, so we need something else. This thing doesn't really make any sense yet. It is just a piece of leather that's reinforcing everything, but it's a little bit too round when smoothed. It's also not really being utilized in the shading yet. It's also not really being used in the model, it's not touching anything. The whole point of this is to be like snug. Otherwise that looks better, but like it needs to fill out more. This is like the cheaper like hide leather kind of thing. Still have no idea what's causing that. Let's do set to face, soften edge, unlock normals, set to face, soften edge. So strange. I'm still very curious to what's causing that. Either way, so most of it's working now. A bit of bumpiness here, that doesn't make much sense, but that's fine. We'll let that stay. I think I do want to do like a badge or something up here, so let's duplicate this guy. Okay. Okay. Feels like it's thicker on this side. Oh, on the other side, sorry. Either way, let's extrude that. Let's just see what this looks like. I don't know how it will look yet. It's getting there. Don't want that though. Weird shape, okay. Yeah, I hate it. We need to bevel after. I'm not sure I like the badge though. Feels strange. I don't think it's because it's just square as well, I think there's something else to it. Yeah, if we're doing it as a separate piece we can always add it later, so let's we'll settle with this. I need to sort out my UVs and copy it back over for the other side. And then we can take it into Mori. There is some weirdness going on with this. I kind of want to do it like a simulation pass on the bottom of the laces here. But that wouldn't change the topo, so that's fine. I can leave it as is for now. A little bit donut-like. I need to resolve this guy, don't I? I also need to... Oh, yeah. That's not pretty. There we go. Okay, so then this piece needs to be reinforced. I think we can just get away with doing that. Eh? Oh yeah, because it matches. Yeah, that's fine then. We'll get rid of that because we need to match everything up first. It's worth making a new one. I guess no, given all this stuff, but... Let's grab you, which of course it goes around to that side. Okay, so it's separated until about there. Wondering if I can change this up a little bit. Oh yeah, wrong button. Okay, I'm gonna duplicate this guy. Hide the original in this case. Smooth view a bunch of times. Set that as a live object. Grab this guy. We need to do the same for this side, don't we? Okay. Gonna grab this guy. And we're gonna... Oh wait, we don't want to do that actually. We want to get this. Okay, going to mesh. Transfer attributes. I'm going to transfer vertex position by world. Okay, delete the history, delete the backup. And that just snaps everything to its closest point, which now means that these two line up. So I'm going to extrude that. Okay, set that to 2. Okay, there we go. Okay. Reverse. Okay, now that they're on their own, we can go in, mesh cut to make tiny squares in the corners. Should have checked what percentage that was, but okay. Then both of those go to here. That keeps a nice strong line. A bit too strong, honestly. Let's slide that down. Come on. Nope. Fuck it, it's easier just to delete these. That should get rid of all of it. It does. Good, good, good. Let's do half, 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 half. Half, half. It's generally a more uniform way, assuming your polygons are roughly uniform. There you go. So we'll do the same on the other side. Okay, which actually from here we can do it all half, 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 half. I think to make it square I should do that actually. I'll have to repeat that on the other side, but that's fine. Huh, what's happening over here? Random vert, okay. Okay, so we'll repeat the same on that side. There we go. Much more snug fit now. So we got all that. We got this guy. Which is just lever at that top bit. Good, good, good. So this bit still feels empty though. Can I... So the edge for that. And then... I don't know, run this guy. Nope. What if I just like bevel this? Add a cut in the middle. And then... I know I tried this last time and ended up not liking it, but maybe this time I will. Still don't like it. I don't think I do. Let's get rid of that. Maybe just the shading is what it needs. Okay, so let's double check our UVs. So UVs will have got a bit balked by some of that stuff. I think this guy just needs unfolding again. Okay, that's him done. This I'm not going to adjust. This guy I expect to be broken, which he is. I can kill this. There's already UV cuts there, right? Let's mapping. I guess I'm literally cutting the one place where it is visible, but I don't think it matters at this distance. So let's cut, oh, this size I should say. I keep forgetting that the packing algorithm is set to some crazy, let's do 10. Okay, ends up with the same thing. So let's do that. Yeah, I think this is fine. So, let's do the thing I meant to do last time, which is mirror, oh sorry, center all of these. So let's do transform. This barely makes any difference, but we'll be flipping in the Y, so I kind of want it to be as uniform as I can get it. That one's already good. That one's already good. Don't think this one would be. Oh, it is. I'm surprised. And that one I've already checked. Cool. Okay. So that's shoe at number 1. Done. Left shoe. So we're going to duplicate that. We're going to rename it to our shoe. The pivot for the group is in the middle, which means I can just set scale to -1. Then modify for each transformations, which inverts all these, but that's fine, because now I can just go into UV shell and flip. See if I can remember. Is it in here somewhere? I can move it up first, I guess. In fact, yeah, we'll do that for all of them. Move up. Okay. And where's flip? I need to find things in here. Okay, well. Okay, so flip along you. Or is it? Does this still not work? Oh, no, it does now. Okay, weird. Okay, there we go. So that's all that done. I think we can take that into Mari now. So we got shoes group. In fact, let's check clothing group as a whole. Yeah, this is just something up here if I remember. Yeah, it's the hairband. Not too worried about that yet. Come to think of it though, we do need to update the clothing in Mari at some point as well. It's a little bit difficult just because we've got some overlapping UVs at the moment because of the thickness additions, but I think this can go in. Okay. Save our scene. Then we're going to, this is all set to textures, UVs. Yep. Wait, did I lose ramp UVs in the process? Going to UV sets, ramp UVs, it's still gone. Which actually, come to think of it, we need to flip the ramp UVs too. Which I don't think matters, but we'll do it anyway. It's the V that we're using. What? There we go. I must have clicked map border by accident. Either way, that's that done. UVs. And make sure you're the same. Yep. Cool. So shoes. Save scene. Okay. Is there anything else? I don't think so. So it's file. Export selection. You're going to export that to modeling Maya exports, which I still need to figure out how I'm going to do this stuff. We should have a shoes mesh in here somewhere. We don't apparently. Shoes. Okay. So on this guy we're going to need spec roughness and color. And everything else we'll get from shader, I think. Well, kind of also need spec gain. Yeah, we'll do an ISO for leather materials, ISO for metal. That should cover everything, I think. Cool. So let's go into Mari. We're going to the lovely toes. Let's add a new object. I'm going to my D drive, projects, personal. Mona, modeling, Maya, exports. Definitely need to work on my organization. Give this a moment to update. There we go. So we're going to create a Arnold standard surface, which we're going to preview immediately. Cool. We're going to add some level of spec to this. Let's go into our geometry. some subdivision. Subdivide. 1. Captain Clark. We want absolutely no. There we go. Cool, so we need a color channel, which, what resolution are we doing for that again? I think it's 4K, right? Alright, I need to go into the channels to see that. 4K, yeah. And the spec roughness is probably also 4K. Yep. That one's raw data. Okay, so let's go into tool properties. So because these have their own UDIMs, we can keep the channel name the exact same, which is the reason I've laid out all my items like non-overlapping. We need to do the eyes at some point as well. I just realized I've still not textured the eyes. But yeah, this will get us fairly far. So let's go to objects, go to shoes. Okay, we're going to create a channel. This channel is going to be called Col. Defaults to black, why not? And it's ACCG, not linear, not scalar data. 16-bit, good. Shoes only because it already exists in the other ones. Okay, I'm going to plug that into diffuse color. And set this guy to weight 1. Let's create a bottom transparency. Merge. Place. Put you in there. Color. Put you in that. Okay. I'm just going to pick a vague red. Something like that will do. Okay. So we're going to start masks first, I think. Let's do some quick material work. Specular. Okay. I was looking at the wrong material. Okay. So I did find a material that worked in my renders. Oh, color, sorry, that works, but for now we'll just ballpark it. Needs to be a bit more pink. A little bit darker. Something around that will do. Yeah, okay. So we need to make a bunch of masks. I also kind of want to see what curvature does actually, so let's create curvature. But it's not awful, we need more subdivisions though for that to work fully. Subdivide again. Subdivide. I'm gonna give it 3 levels. Boundary interpolation. What I can do is subdivide it temporarily, then create a bake point to turn this curvature into a map, and then we can filter it, do whatever we want. Makes it nice and easy to work with. Okay, there we go. So we get a curvature out of that. It's not perfect, but it's functional. Still something really weird about that. Yeah, what is that? It's only happening on the laces. Obviously it doesn't know how to, so not laces, the sock. Apparently my model is kind of flawed in this area, but we can use this as like a starting point. So let's create a bake point for this guy. We're going to bake it to 4K is fine, we've got plenty of space. Raw data. Okay, I'm going to hit bake. Cool. So now I can go down in subdivisions on my mesh, and it doesn't affect the bake, or it doesn't affect the curvature anymore. So I can preview this guy. So preview this guy, output. So it gives us this, and I preview this guy, and it gives us that. Yeah, so we'll keep that as is. I want to see what this does. Yeah, don't like that. Either way. So that gives us this guy, which we can kind of smooth. So it's going to go in, add a bake point filter. I'm going to do a Gaussian. Is there one for Gaussian or is it just blur? Gaussian, there we go. Okay, so just do it enough. So we don't want to keep all the super sharp edges, so do something like that. Okay, we're going to hit apply. Yeah, this is only leather, so we're not got anything too crazy going on. But yeah, so we got that. So we're going to drag this down here. We're going to create a masks section. So I'm going to create a paint node. This guy is going to default. Oh, that is what I want. Okay. I'm guessing that. Yeah, it's in 100s. Okay. So set the default color to 100. But no. Why am I doing that? It's the alpha we want to set to 100. Cool. And we're just going to make super quick masks. Honestly, we could do it lower res. Let's take that down to 1K. Paint. And we're going to call this one ISO laces, which we won't export, I don't think, because we've got separate materials for laces, but we can still use it to paint them. So we'll create a grade node. Drag that here. We're just going to lift the whole thing slightly. And that gives us the ability to actually see our shoes. But we paint in here, and we only actually export it from here, or if we do export it or use it, we can do it from there. And that allows us to kind of see what we're painting. So let's go into our UVs. I'm going to use a solid brush, which I don't know why I went there. Let's go to shelf. Let's go to the one brush, tool properties. Trying to remember. Okay, these are my laces, so let's just drag those out. Okay, we got the laces. So if we're going to there. We need lace caps as well, which you can probably extract these in this one. But let's create a new paint. Let's do 1K for this guy as well. Probably go even lower on some of these. This one I'm going to do lever, so ISO lever, which is going to be the biggest. In fact, lever should be the default because it's the most common material, so we don't need a lever ISO, I don't think. We can create one later if we do need it, but let's do ISO raw lever. Yeah, raw lever. Okay. Then copy paste this guy. Raw lever is things like the inside, so I'm going to go into ortho UV. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to go into UV because I know the only things that are this, so just grab that guy. Okay, do the same for the bottom guy. Okay, is there anything else that's raw lever? I don't think so. Yeah, that's fine. Create a new paint. This one will be, let's think here. ISO tag for the back, because it's fabric. In fact, we could, no, we'll keep that ISO tag. Okay. Go back to UVs. It's these guys. There. I don't know why I couldn't find them then, but. Okay. What else do we need? Soul. Paint. ISO. Soul. Again. UV. Which I believe is just this, right? Oh, it's this entire UDIM. Oh, we can do a UDIM mask for that one. UDIM mask. 162. And UDIM mask. 152. Cool. And plus these together. Blend. Merge. There we go. So it's a merge plus. Just lighten. Add. There we go. So that gives us the souls. Okay, I'm going to straighten these up a bit. Okay, we need another paint. Drag this one down. This one needs to be for the inner tongue. This is fine. We'll paint this one. Paint. Oh yeah, ISO. Is it spelled the same for shoes? Shoes tongue. Yeah, it is. Okay. So create enough grade. So this guy may need to do a little bit of figuring out, but I'm just gonna do that. Check it's right. No, it's not. And then this one tells us what it'll be in the other one, because they're the same UVs but mirrored. So it's the one closest to the tag. Here we go. metal, paint, ISO, metal. We will get there eventually. Okay, preview, UV. 90% sure it's these guys. I don't recognize that. But I don't see any other UVs it could be, so. Yep, there we go. Cool. So we've got a bunch of masks, all of which are, I guess, like this. In this case, we put that one back there. Backdrop. MTL masks. There we go. So this we can use for like doing our basic materials, doing our basic colors, I mean, and doing our spec and stuff as well. So it's going to here. We're going to preview our material. So, oh, the socks. They don't have their own UDIM, so we need one more. Okay, create new paint. Yep. Paint, ISO socks. Cool. Preview this guy. UV, the socks I can identify quite quickly, so it's basically just this minus that corner, so I can't do a UDIM mask. I know I've caught the bottom of that, but that's fine. Okay. Perspective. There we go. So, save our scene and get started. We need to do stitches and stuff as well, which will be fun. We'll need to do, I think, 2 levels of stitches because we need one for down here and we need one for there. So let's do. Okay, this is our base call. So, call base call. I know I hate that name too. Merge base call. Okay. So this one can be sock color, I guess, or sole. Base. So where did I do the sole? Wait, it's this guy, right? Okay. So now we're just going to this guy, darken up. Which actually might be better to do as a color correct. Color correct. I always forget. It's a grade and a saturation. Let's gain it down. Nice thing with using color corrects and gains and stuff like that is it keeps them relative to each other. So as I move this around, the soul will always be darker, no matter what I do, which is a really nice feature. But yeah, so we'll do that. Socks, I'm gonna create a merge. The socks will have their own color, because they just have to, really. And what will happen with time is I'll replace these single color nodes with like entire trees. So let's create a color. We'll do call socks. Okay. Okay. So this needs to be that stupid red, doesn't it? I need to do like spec passes and stuff as well, but this guy kind of wants to be darker. Does he have his own thing? I don't think he does. But it's covered in fur in the actual render, so I guess we can make a quick mask to approximate that, but not yet. We need one for raw. Okay, let's create a new merge. This one will be for the laces. Call laces. I need to decide as well, am I doing a metalness workflow? I don't think I am. Well, I guess I kind of am, but because the metal is its own material, I don't have to worry about it too much. Let's move this back a little bit. Okay. Trying to think how I'm going to go about some of this stuff. I kind of want to mask this guy, so let's do new ISO. Paint. I'm going to call this one ISO spine, I guess. Paint. ISO spine. Never grade. Where is it? There it is. Cool. Perspective. Yeah, that's working. There's another one I was about to say we needed. Oh, the top. Let's call it ISO rim. Paint. ISO rim. Okay. This one. Pretty sure it's this. Check our 3D window. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. I go into body over here. Obviously, like a lot of the look of the soul is going to be coming from the shader. It's already doing quite a lot in there, so we'll ignore that. Trying to think the order I want to do things. Let's think. I still need to place general colours, so let's keep going. Paste. This is going to be for the inside of the tongue. That kind of works actually, having it be the same colour as the laces. Hey Parag, how's it going? What else do we need? Need the tag at the back. Which for now I'm going to do as a darker colour. So ISO tag, where are you? There you are. So I guess for now we'll copy this guy. Again, like later versions will be a bit neater. At the moment we're just throwing materials together. So we'll multiply or gain that down even more. Not that far though. Not that far either. Hey Jonah. Yeah, doing well. How are you doing? Let's gain that to like 0.7 maybe. Yeah, that works. We need to remove spec and all that, but that's no big deal. Grade. Tag call. So we're just using this to figure out the general color of stuff, and then we go in and start like adding breakup and shit. Okay. And what we can do just as a quick thing is like add a curvature, just gain everything up, just to see what the general curvature does for us and how much we need to break it up and how much we need to do different per object. We also need to do slight color variation per object, which I don't know if there's a way to, if I type random, Atlas random, what is that? Not what I hoped. Object. Okay. ID. Divide. God, there's so many. Oil. I forget this exists. I fucking love this noise. Oh. This noise is a superpower as well. Really, really powerful for doing like wavy shapes. Like, stuff like that can do such nice things. God, it's powerful. That sort of stuff I love to throw into spec. I just keep forgetting that node exists. My favourite is the popcorn noise from the Mari extension pack. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Popcorn noise is gorgeous. Okay, so we need another one of these guys. This one can be for the rim, which is right at the bottom. Okay. I could use teleport nodes at this point. So we're just going to call this tag rim call. Make it a little bit darker. Let's go 0.6. And then metal is the last bit, I think. Which we will throw a silver color onto. It's no big deal. Cool. Okay. That'll do for now. Okay. Cool. So what we're going to try to do now is create a grade which highlights just the edges of this guy. But how many other filters are there? Edit filters. Add filter. Is there a distort? I don't see one. But we could probably make one with a noise, I guess. Okay, we'll ignore that. So we'll create a grade, which is going to do a black point of 0.5, like that. We're going to clamp that. Cool. And then plug that in to a merge mask. Again, this is extremely basic. We're just going to see what it looks like. That is connected to a grade. Which is just going to lift everything slightly. Not like that. Okay, that's going to lift. So like that. Although actually lift isn't the way we want to do this. Gain is. If you don't know, gain is the same as multiply, and lift is the same as add. So we've got that going. Then we're just going to grab this guy. And then if I gain this up even more, you start to see a bit more. Yeah, that gives us some kind of variation, but really not much. Let's just gain up a little bit more. Is there an ambient occlusion? There is. What do you look like? Oh, do you have to bake this one? If I remember correctly, it's in objects. I have to give it a quick Google. Either way, let's get that in there. Okay. I'm kind of wondering if it's worth doing the God, what's the word I'm looking for? Doing the curvature in shader rather than in Mari. I have a lot more control. Well, technically I don't, but in here I can do it based on the objects, and in Katana I can do it based on displacement. So I guess we'll mix both. But yeah, I'm not sure yet. Either way. Okay, so let's do a test export with this. So let's go export flattened, export current channel flattened. Color already exists, so we're just adding to the existing layers. And once this is done, we'll open up Katana. Then we can do some like quick. I mean, how long are we shooting for? An hour and a half. Yeah, we're doing another hour. Then we can do some quick stitches, I guess. Which we might need to model some new stitches for. Because leather stitching and cloth stitching are not even remotely similar. It's exported. Oh, it has. Alright, cool. So then let's just save this. Give that a little while to open. But yeah, so what stuff will we need? I'm trying to think, is there a way to create random colors? Mari random color per shell. Atlas random is not what I'm talking about. There's a Mari extension pack. Is there? Okay. So let's go in. I'm gonna type jitter. Nope, nothing. Okay. And there is nothing for round. What if I just type color? What is in here? Is there a way to do random scalar? Or value? No? Nope. Okay. I forgot we're doing this, aren't we? Okay, so let's check the catalog. Okay, we just need to do a render. We'll just use this as a starting point. We can actually do a quick prune. simplify everything a bit. Let's go into our scene graph. Oh, I didn't update my model either. Okay. Let's go into my geometry. I'm gonna prune. XGen. Oh, hello. I'm gonna prune the proxy here. And we're gonna prune everything in here. Probably would have been better to just do isolate. But yeah, let's delete that. Do an isolate node. Okay. So we're going to isolate from yeah, isolate from geo. Oh, it's already set to, okay. Isolate locations. We're going to get you. Okay, actually it's opposite. So we want the ground plane, and we want these shoes as well. There we go. Okay, monitor. Wait, what's that? Oh, I'm getting Arnold. Oh, my Arnold license. Shit. Okay. I need to get in touch with the guys at Arnold. Update my license. Although I'm changing computer in the next few weeks, so I probably need to wait on that. Okay, so we're going to be working with watermarks for the next few weeks worth of streams. That's going to be fun. Anyway, we got this guy going. So that's fine. That's working. We'll leave that going for a moment. So in fact, no, we can't, because I need to close this guy. Util fresh caches monitor. So I need to get all this. Go to cache, Alembic, export selection to Alembic. Modeling, publish, Katana. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's quick. It feels better. Yeah, we didn't do much. We just kind of cleaned up what we had. That really brings out a lot of stuff, though. I think I prefer it. So now we need to get the color, which we've already exported. So let's go and grab a color node from skin material or something. Image call, because that'll be the same. Go over to our clothing materials. Okay, and then where do the shoes start? That's all the coat stuff. Surface shoe base. There's another column there. Oh yeah, there is. Now I'll just create a new one. Call shoes copy. materials do we have? Places. Sure, this is where we start to get into murky territory. Base color. Then we got the socks, which I'm going to do as well. Drag that into there, there, and there. Then layer shader. Which one's this being applied to? So, okay, so this one's going to be a bit complicated, but I think this one, let's see if I can remember how these go. Okay, so this is the sole base. So we're going to leave that to materials. Sole base. This one's going to be sole top, I guess. Sole rim. Rim. I like that word, apparently. Okay, there we go. And then down here is the eyelets. I'll leave those alone. But let's just quickly... LYRS, layer shader, so. Okay. So now we go through the painful process of matching the colors back, one by one. So bright. But you got that bit at the back. So, okay, it's considerably darker, obviously. Let's go into my albedo. So this is 0.46 value, yeah, 0.46 value in the front and 0.2 there. So it means we need to make it about half the brightness. Why did the saturation go to 0? So that's closer to the actual value of it. Feels a bit dark, but let's just try it. We're going to do an export. Probably too saturated now, but we'll find out in a moment. Okay, we're doing that. I should update all the maps. Yeah, it'll be too saturated now, but I just want to see if our value ranges match up. Because I don't know quite yet how... Oh wow, okay. So what's our luminance looking like? It's really close. Let's go into albedo just to make sure. Yep, that's close. Okay. That saturation is not far off either, apparently. Although it's definitely off a little bit. Yeah, let's go a little bit darker, a little bit more desaturated. Mostly desaturated, honestly. So let's desaturate slightly. Down to like 0.5. And then darken just a tiny bit. And I'm going to set that to a little bit more red too. Okay. And I'm just going to check my... Oh, sorry. Oh, it's this guy I need to check. Yeah, that's fine. Export manager, no, export flattened. Okay, is that done already? Okay, apparently so. Yeah, that's close enough. So now we need to match the socks. And we definitely need to like calm down the lace color a bit. But yeah, so this is obviously a pure red, so we need to play about with that a little bit. Let's go into Mari again. Our socks are... Oh, there it is. Ha. Yeah, so everything's been shifted pink a little bit. Let's go a few degrees that way. Let's go 5 degrees. Maybe 3. A little bit more saturation. And then the laces, we 100% want to be calmer. What are you? I'm going to keep these two colors in sync for now, so we'll do that. And then these guys, we want to be basically here, but way brighter, way more desaturated. Maybe a little bit too saturated. There. Darken it a little bit. Okay. Okay. Might do a layered material to get the fabric of the tongue. Should be a lot easier than just doing it in maps. Although I guess I don't really need to because they're both dielectrics. That's gone way too far. So less saturated and even brighter still. It still feels pink to me. Let's go into here. So we need to go brighter. Quite a lot brighter and a little bit more desaturated. Something like that. I wish I could like permanently tell it to just stay like that certain. Oh God, what's the word I'm looking for? What is that? God, I'm getting worse with this. I wish I could tell it to stay on that type of compression, that RLE stuff, rather than having to click it every time. And it makes sense that it asks you each time because you're not really supposed to be exporting every 10 seconds, but still too bright, or still too saturated. Okay, I need to trust it because I'm looking at it in the viewport and it's like, oh, that's not too saturated, and then it just is. So let's. The value currently is 20. Let's go down to 12-ish. Okay. And here we go again. Okay. So mine's too bright now, but I actually kind of like it, so I'm going to keep it like that. Okay, so we're going to go into albedo. I'm going to crank the edge wear thing. And let's spend a little bit of time actually texturing now, shall we? So gain is not enough on its own. We need to desaturate it now as well. Saturation. Which we'll do after gain, I think. Subtle. But it does help. Maybe go a little bit more. Then what we'll do is we'll paint this out in some areas. But let's just do merge. Convex. Where? Definitely need ambient occlusion at some point to help us get some dirt in there. We will paint some dirt and stuff as well. And we'll need a plastic material on these at some point as well to catch some nice speck. Not sure I like it on here. May need to remove that. But we can just like mask it to the lever or something. Okay. So does this belong in here? So I'm trying to set up my conventions at the moment because I don't really work properly with Mari yet. I just kind of throw stuff together and hope it works. But yeah, I think we can quickly throw in some stitches. So let's go into the roller brush. Let's go into projects. It's not even in projects, is it? It's an asset library. Cloth tileable, I think I put it in there. Oh, it's ID bump here. Cloth stitch. Why am I painting? Okay, we're gonna. So this is raw data. Let's try 4K. see what resolution we're playing with. Okay, there we go. So I think it's in sRGB. That's it. And then we need to rotate it. There we go. And then same way we did the coat. Let me just do so stitches. Although, should I call it ID stitches? Not sure actually. Let's run over to the coat, copy my setup from there. So where is it? Coat stitches. Gonna grab this stuff. Cool. So we got these guys. Let's go into shoes, paste them. Huh? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, because I need to set the alpha. Okay, yeah. The background should be transparent. So I'm going to delete that. Create a new paint node. Alpha needs to be transparent on this one. Okay, and we're just going to throw that in there. There we go. Oh yeah, we need to do that. I'll have to erase that. Okay, yeah, so 4K isn't enough. So as feared, we need to go to 8K. Paint. We need to go to 8K. Paint. Alright, so stitches. There you go. So we're going to need to make a channel for this guy. I'm also going to put it like way down here because we don't need it for a while. We need a channel, so let's create a channel. 8K, ISO, stitches. Oh, the other one was called coat stitches. Okay, sure. Let's call this one shoe stitches A. Oh, I can actually change the naming really easily. That's fine. Okay. Default this. Okay. Is there a way to like follow a set path? Other than just being really careful with the brush. think there is. Okay, well, here we go, I guess. Yeah, I need to find like a fixed distance to always stay. And then brush from there. So let's go. I'm going to try to stay within this lower face as much as I can. Okay. Okay, so we need to continue that on the other side. Or just paint over it later, that's also fine. It's going to be a long stitch. Wait, I don't want that actually. I can't have it touch that bottom bevel. Otherwise our displacement will get really kind of screwed. I'm gonna paint over the last one. Well, there's one. How did the back do? Oh, not awful actually. That's not a bad lineup. I'm gonna paint it again anyway, but too thick. There we go. So now to the other shoe, which I need to travel up to find. Yep, there we go. Got him. And as much as I want to zoom in, I cannot. I also just realised I'm doing this with a mouse. This is not good. Let me, there we go. Is this worse? This is harder. I'm gonna switch back to the mouse. It'd be nice if anyone in the Foundry watches this. I'll send a message anyway. But it'd be nice if this brush had like a tiny little crosshair in the middle of it, so that you know exactly where it's going to start from. Okay, we need to wrap around the back, don't we? set of view. Not bad going, almost made it. Okay, there we go. Now, do I do the other stitches in the same map and separate them with IDs? Or do I do a separate map? Like shoe stitches B. Oh, I guess I could call this one sole stitches. So the other one's going to be a little bit finer, like it's going to be like tiny ones. A little bit smaller than these guys. Something like that. Let's do a test run with this first. What colour are the stitches? I'm guessing white? Yeah, white. Okay, so let's go into channels, export, current channel flattened, enable small textures, because this is an 8K map, we don't want to export huge files. Okay, and while that's loading, we're going to go into our coat, which is up here somewhere. Is that? Okay, that's not one. Okay. 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 Bring all that down to the shoes, which I need to throw onto the sole material. So let's grab this guy. Okay, is this the sole? That's the sole. Okay, so we need the color to have some influence, so let's get okay, so we can get rid of this guy. And then bump mult, we also don't need that. So we need the base call to be plugged into input 1. That guy. Then plug U into base color. RGB, sole, call. Okay, and this guy, we need to find the displacement, which is oh, I'm using bump, aren't I? Okay. Did we use this actually? I did. Okay, so this is the only thing that goes into disp on this side. So where's the sole? We need to layer RGBA. I'm guessing this is our ZBrush displacement. It is, yeah. Oh, it is, okay. I was about to say it'd be nice if hovering over something says where it's coming from. It just takes its time as well. Okay, so let's set input 1. plug U to input 2. I'm going to set zdisp, and then set U to plus, stitches, and that goes in to U, and then let's check what our displacement is doing for the coat. What's the stitches should be around here somewhere. 0.03. Well, it's not 0.03, it's 0.3. 0.3. That's assuming we want it to match. LRGB, shoe, sole, disp. Okay. Okay. Cool. In theory, that should work now. We just need to set the name of this guy, which I'm going to say shoe stitches A. Go into this guy. Okay. I'm gonna try keeping materials to always be expanded like that, just so I can visually distinguish them from everything else. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna save an old version of my scene. Okay, hit render, see how this goes. Okay, so that's not exported. What did I mess up? Oh, did I misspell the channel name? I did. Okay. Ah, there we go. Let's double check spelling. Yeah, I did. Okay. So let's kill that for a moment. I'm going to rename you. Export flattened. Then I have to delete the channel once I close. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this in theory should work now. In theory being the keyword there. Yes, it's calculating something. Yeah, it's worked. Let's check if it's in the normal. It is. Nice. Beto. Yep, okay. So now, if we go into this guy, set this to be much brighter. Oh, why is it so bright? But it needs to go brighter, lighter even. Yep, let's go lighter. Yeah, what we'll have to do as well is use this as a mask to turn down the spec, because otherwise they're going to have way too much spec. Yeah, it has the same spec as the lever around it, which is super weird looking. In fact, can we probably do that now, right? Specular. The spec gain is set to 1, so let's create a layer RGBA. We use this as spec col. Sol. Spec col. Because I know I probably won't be doing a map for that. And then layer 2. We're going to plug the mix into the red channel. Okay. Although, we could do it in the roughness. Yeah, let's do it in the roughness. I'm going to do a layer RGBA again. So the current roughness is set to 0.41. So let's do a layer float actually for this one. Layer float. So, sol, spec R, 0.41. Okay, just going to go into spec, plug you into spec roughness. Okay, LYRF for layer float, sol, spec R. I don't know. There you go. Then layer 2. Just going to plug into the red channel, which is the one for the lace. And then we're going to set this one to, let's say white stage. And then go set it to like 0.8 or something. Okay. So I do a few passes before I can see anything. Looks like it's worked. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So we'll need to do probably a mask for one side of the stitch as well to like add a bit of variation to it. Randomize the color a little bit per panel. But that can probably be done with a... In fact, yeah, that can... I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. I don't need to randomize it. It's cut from one piece of leather. Leather naturally has color variation around it, which I can do with a 2D noise because the UVs are laid out far enough apart where it could actually be a sewing pattern. I'm a fool. Okay, so let's go into clothing. We're gonna go into channels. Do I not have a oh, I guess not, okay. I don't have any color maps for the clothing yet. So let's go into objects, shoes. So now is where we actually start building up a color. So we got color base. I'm just going to call this base leather. Good, my work ethic. Thank you, I appreciate that. I wish I was able to do short projects sometimes though. Like, I really do. But let's just create a... Huh. Let's think. Do I want a grade for this? See, something I wish you could do, I don't think there's a way to do it right now. You can't have nodes that you input a range to. So like saturation, for example, I can input something to this, but I can't input something into this slider. I don't think I can. Geometry, oh, actually I didn't know about this. Position, surface, normal, tangent, UV mask, bounding box dimension, curvature. Okay, yes, it's just... Weave. Well, this is sweet. UV. Huh, okay. Oh, that's so cool. Who's hid this from me this whole time? This is really nice. Step over is just a way of doing the different weave patterns. Granted, you can't control this, it seems. So it is limited to like twill weaves. That's fine. That's really nice. Okay, well, I'm aware of that now. Anyway, so as of right now, I don't know if there's a way, without doing stupid node setups, to do an adjustment that both increases and decreases value. Although, actually, no, that's bullshit. I'm thinking too linearly. I'm thinking like a lit dev artist. It's blend modes that I need to care about. So let's do a noise per lin, I guess. And we're going to do a merge. We'll do... I don't think the order matters for this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. So I'm going to do position is just UV. Okay. going to set this to, let's see, soft light. There we go. Let's change this to clouds. That helps a fair bit. It just adds a tiny, tiny touch of variation. Soft light, if I remember correctly, does add and subtract values, so this should be fine. We're going to obviously need to paint. Like, this is extremely basic texturing. We will be adding like tileables and stuff to really break it up. But I'm still trying to establish like how I'm working. So let's do that as its own section. Do a backdrop. And do a base, lever, col. Okay. Then section by section, we'll break this up into its own things. I'm about to say into its own sections. I'm wondering if I want to do any kind of weave pattern in texturing on the laces there. I don't think I do. It's working quite well actually. It is actually displacing too. Let's go to our normals. Yeah. So now we need to start doing the other ones too. So we need here along this line in its entirety, which is gonna fucking suck. Yeah, alright, let's get started. Okay, I'm just gonna quickly export that while I remember to. Export manager. Okay. I'm gonna finish the stream at 11:30. I refuse to work until midnight. I mean, I have been out on a walk, so I've moved at least today, but I don't like doing that very often. Wait, not the moving bit. I don't like staying at my desk so long. Okay. So what I might do as well is we have our color here. For preview purposes, I'm going to do a RGB split, RGB to, no, channel. No, how do I split? Oh, vector split works, yeah. Color's a vector if you didn't know. There we go, vector split. I'm going to do a color there, and then let's go merge. Okay, let's do a color. Okay, I'm just going to do this. Get the red channel. There we go. So again, because this is our channel node, when we export our color, it will not include this stuff, which means we can do that in our shader still, which is what we want to do. Merge, sole stitch is preview. Okay. So now more stitches. Let's go into our. Let's copy paste all this. Let's call this one shoe stitches B. Okay. And stitches B. Okay. So this guy, we need to preview. I'm going to go into UV. I'm going to switch to a solid brush. Like this one. Set the mode to clear. Come on. Okay. So we actually got some stuff to erase in that other one as well. So let's go to this guy for a moment. I'm just going to erase that. Oh, we actually had a few of these. Okay, there we go. Okay. So we need to figure out a scale. Also, which UVs on front. Switch to roller. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, it's already set the texture paint. I still set to clear. So which side of these stitches do we want it on? Which side of the lines even do we want it on? Well, I guess on the line really, but I don't think I want that. It needs to be smaller too. And also the stitches need to be closer together. So we might need to make a new map for this, but I think for now, I'll throw something in that isn't set up like that. But yeah, we may need to make a new tileable stitch map. Size-wise, let's go for something like... Okay, something like that. Yeah, that can work. Let's go into our UVs. So now we zoom in as much as it takes. Scale down our brush. Actually, don't mind that. We need it to stay below the line, don't we? And then immediately follow that by getting super close to the line. weirdly difficult angle to do for my arm, apparently. Okay, I'm gonna go into perspective and fix that last one up ourselves. I guess we'll just stick with that last one. Okay, back to the UV. Last one was awful. Actually painful. Okay, so up we go. Can they just do that? The curve. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, obviously they physically can, but like, do they? Is the better question, I guess. After I've done this, I've got to do the other shoe. May have to go back over this area. Okay. It's one shoe done, right? Oh yeah, I need to do the tongue as well. Okay, let's go into UV. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. It's over here somewhere. Yeah, I'm just gonna get used to zooming in and out. There we go. In fact, is there a zoom amount somewhere? There is not. Okay, well. Just quickly go in. Do this. Okay. I'll need it on this guy as well. But may do that as C, I think. I can also start adding this shit like in like cool patterns. Oh, hello. Either way, back to the other shoe. Okay, so we can just scroll up with that. Keep it the same size. Gotta remember that everything's flipped. There we go. And then go over to this guy. Let's match scale. Cool. And up we scroll. Did I scroll back? Thank God I did, okay. In fact, which one is it? Is it the bottom one? Okay, it is. Okay, and then that's the one. That sewing looks tedious. Yep. Don't remind me, brother. It's a hell of a lot less tedious than it was before this brush, though. So if you wanted this kind of map, like something really highly controlled in Mari before this, you had to just project each one individually. Or like project strips of them. It wouldn't follow your cursor the way this does. So if you needed one that goes around a corner, it just wouldn't. Okay, go over the last one. Okay, that's that one. Save our scene. If it's crashing out, I'd cry. Yeah, stuff like that bend there just would not be possible in the old system, the old way of doing things. Nope. Oh, fuck. My arm's getting tired. I'm getting tired. Songs are getting tiring. I need to find a new playlist soon. Nope. Jesus. Like, I don't need to be perfect because the actual thing would have been made perfectly, but I do need it to be at least an attempt. Okay, we're just gonna get that last one in there. Okay, that leaves us with one more side. So let's go to UV. Move over and go down. Keep the twist direction consistent across sides. Okay. I might repaint that corner because it did look a little bit janky. Yeah, what I'd really love is 3 features from this brush. I'd love there to be a crosshair in the middle for precise lineups. And I'd like for there to be a curve control. So like if you could just like place a curve and it will follow that path. And I'd like real world brush scale, which is probably already in here somewhere. That would allow me to not have to zoom in all the time like this. And just be able to do that, like zoomed out, be way faster. Assuming I could get the like precision of the brush, but then that would be where the curve comes in. There we go. So, export ISO stitches B. Export flattened, export current channel. Okay, while that's going, let's go copy paste all this stuff. Go up to the shoe material. Hey Jayesh, how's it going? Well, that's all the clothing, isn't it? Thank God. Okay, so it's coat still. Shoe, there we go. Okay, so we're going to throw this in here, which looks like that. Switch this up to B. Do the same in the actual file name. Okay, do that. Then go over here. We want our base color. Input 1. It's lined up eerily well. Input 1. See. Shoe. Call. Okay. Then this guy, spec R 0.41. I'm going to assume it's different on this one. It's 0.5 on this one. So we set this guy to 0.5. And then shoe. Specular. Float into specular roughness. Spec R shoe. And then the displacement is hooked up to this guy, which I guess this is set to 0. Do not use. I can still plug that in, no issue. Right there. Okay. I'm going to pull that back to this guy because it's going to be reused in a few places. Laces, it's not going to be reused. Socks, it's not going to be reused. Okay, maybe it's not going to be reused anywhere. Yeah, actually, it's not going to be reused anywhere. Sweet. So that, in theory, well, this displacement is smaller actually on the main shoe. So let's set this like to start this rendering. Then I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup. For texture and cloth, do you prefer to download the textures or just add it or make it manually? Well, so when you say when I'm doing cloth, which aspect of cloth? Do you mean simply going in and, you know, doing this sort of stuff right now, where I'm like drawing on stitches? Do you mean the basic color? Do you mean doing displacement specifically? It's getting subsampled to hack. It's working. Might add these stitches for the back as well. Let's do it. I feel like they're going to be about the same anyway. It's not what I wanted, but okay. So I'm going to just mark these guys with roughly the scale that I want. So I feel like that works. Do the same on the other side. Actually, no, we'll do that for now. Okay. That's the one that I don't want, which means that's the one that I do want. Cool, there we go. So let's just for some reason cannot do these lefts like that. Not sure how we want it to terminate. Come to think of it. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Maybe this should be moved over a bit though. Yeah, it's a bit too close to the middle, isn't it? Oh, luckily that's close enough. Fuck. That's close enough where we can just paint directly over it. So let's, yeah, there we go. We're aiming for the middle of this face, I guess. Using topology as a reference point is like cheats. I'm aware there's a very mild artifact here. I'll get rid of it, don't worry. Yeah, that works a lot better for me. Okay, starts across that line. Okay, then we just need to scroll down to find the other one. Should be this guy, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, here we go. Set this to clear. Okay, and it's going to normal again. Let's slowly move it off the top. There we go. Although we can probably fit one in there. It is hidden anyway, so let's just do it. There we go. Then last one. I still have no idea how the tech behind this roller brush works. I really like it. I don't know if it's the first to do it. Like, I think it is in a 3D texturing program. But it's really impressive. Like, kudos to the Foundry team. There we go. We will need it on the tabs as well, but that's a future me problem. I'm also wondering, do we want to have a fine one going this way? Like super, super fine. Like shit like that. Could really do a lot for us, couldn't it? We need path smoothing for this to work. But that kind of works. Let's set this to mirror projecting. It is 8K, so I give it reason to struggle. Yeah, kind of cool. I'm gonna undo it though. We can add that at a later point. There we go. So let's save the scene. Gonna export current channel. Yeah, it's 11:30, so I'm gonna save this boy, then archive it, do some test renders, then go sleep. So I can be fresh for tomorrow. I may work tomorrow, I may stream tomorrow. Not entirely sure yet, to be honest. But I'm sure I'll end up streaming. Projects. I'll chat to the Foundry about, like, if I'm building a PC, obviously there's no point in them like updating the Arnold license. But I also need to chat to them about updating the Katana, Mari, and Nuke licenses to a new system. It's all node locked, obviously I don't need a floating license on one PC. It just so happens that they updated all my licenses minus Arnold right before I bought a new PC. 11:30 yes. I'm in Canada, yeah. So let's go Mari. Archives. Let's increase this. I'm expecting this file size to jump up. Yeah, I live in Montreal specifically, so right now it's 11:33. It's Eastern Standard Time, so it's the same time as like New York and Washington in the US. Okay, that's loading. So I don't think this will have changed at all because I only updated the back, but let's hit render on that. And then, yeah, that leaves, we can do some stuff next stream. Okay, there we go. So there's our progress for today. I'm not happy with it. It's an improvement, but like I feel for 2.5 hours work I should have got more done. I need to get some breakup textures in here. This is still archiving, so I'm not gonna do it now anyway because it is 11:30. Tomorrow I think I'm free for the whole evening, so I might just do it tomorrow. I do need to go to a computer shop. I've got literally like a few more parts to buy, but at this point I have my GPU, motherboard, CPU, RAM, power supply. I just need my case to arrive because I'm still waiting for that. I've already paid for it, I'm just waiting for it. Then other than that, I just need an OS, which is obviously Windows Pro. I need storage, which I'm still figuring out, and I need CPU cooling, which with a 7950X Ryzen, I need something beefy. But we'll figure that out. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. Hope you're all doing well. I'll probably stream tomorrow, let's face it. We'll see how long the stream is, I'm not sure yet. But I'll chat to the Foundry guys as well, figure out what the best way to go about some of this stuff is. But yeah, anyway, thank you for coming by, and I'll hopefully see you tomorrow. Right, bye-bye. Oh, actually, Discord, if you have any questions or anything you want to stop by, description, you can go in there. There's a few people actually now that are quite active in there, it's really nice. But yeah, anyway, time to go, so I'm going to stop shilling. Bye!